This is Amy, and this is my Watts of Occasion online class. So let's go over, hold on, I gotta adjust my camera a little bit here, guys. All right, there we go. All right, so let's go over what you need for this class. So you should have received the Watts of Occasions stamp set, and then your class packet, and we'll look at that in just a second. And then what you need for this class is you're gonna need your basic black ink pad, some blocks for your stamps, or to do the stamping. So I have my bone folder, some glue dots. Let's see here. There we go. My adhesive, just my regular adhesive, some dimensionals. I've got mini and regular, but just whatever dimensionals you have. Move all this over here. My paper snips, and a scrub or baby wipes or whatever you use to clean your stamps. Okay, and then let's go ahead and open up the class packet and see what you get here. So if this is your first time taking one of my online classes, welcome. All right, so I like to pull it out, and we've got chipboard here to protect it. All right, let me stick that right underneath. Okay, and right on the very bottom, if you reach right to the very bottom, you should have this, your class list here, your supply list. So let's open that up. And this list lists the cards out. And so all the supplies and the dimensions used for each card, and then other supplies I used are on there. So you will notice that the color, so this one says Pool Party, Basic Black, Tranquil Tide, that corresponds with the base of the card. So that's the color that the base of the card will be. It makes it a little bit, helps you out. So if you want to recreate any of these, here's your supply list, all right? All right, so on the very top, you should have your 6 envelopes. You have 4 in Whisper White and 2 in Very Vanilla, because one of the cards I used Very Vanilla, so I thought that would look better. So you should have your 6 envelopes, and then all of your supplies. So I'm only going to be making 1 of each of the cards. You have the supplies to make 2 of each, but I'm just going to do 1 at a time. So what I first want to do is you should be able to separate out your 3 cards. So 1, 2, and 3, like so. All right, and we're actually going to start with this one right here, the Pool Party. It's called the Pool Party Burnt Out card. Okay, so we're going to start with that. So actually, let me just set these aside. Okay, and then let's separate everything out. So you should have 2 of each of everything. Okay, there's a lot of little pieces in here. Okay, so we've got, just go ahead and separate everything out. As I said, you should have 2 of everything. Lots of little pieces in this. All right, 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of these. All right, and then you should have 6 enamel dots. You could have hearts, stars, small dots, or big dots. My kit happens to have some big ones and some small ones. You're going to use 3 on each. All right, so just going to set these aside. All right, and we're going to get started. So the first thing we're going to do is our stamping, and this class is actually really quite simple. I wanted this just to be a pretty easy class. So we're going to grab this square right here, this Pool Party square. Okay. And what we're going to be using for this stamp set, actually grab that and grab this, this little Pool Party piece. Okay, so we're going to be using this guy right here with the sad face, and we're going to be using the Sorry You're Feeling Burnt Out stamp. All right, so this guy and the Sorry, which one are you? Sorry You're Feeling Burnt Out right here. Okay, so I'm just going to get these onto my blocks here. It doesn't really matter what size block you use, just use whatever you have. I'm going to be using this G block, and let's see, will this fit on here? Looks like it will. And this is a C block. Okay. Okay, now if this is the first time taking one of my classes, you will notice I don't do any editing or anything, so it's a little bit different than my usual tutorial videos or anything, but I think you'll get the gist of it. Okay, so we're going to grab our basic black ink here. Okay. And we're going to, I'm going to ink up our little sad face light bulb first. Okay, get him nice and inked up. All right, and we're just going to stamp him right in the center of this right here. So 1, 2, 3, press and lift. There we go. And let me grab my scrub, clean that off. Okay. And then on this one, we're going to stamp the "Sorry You're Feeling Burnt Out" just right there in the center. All right, so let me line this up. Sorry you're feeling burnt out. Oh, mine's a little bit crooked. So you know what? Every piece of paper has two sides. So I'm just going to flip that over. And I think it's crooked because I think my stamp is on my block crooked. Okay, let me try that one more time. Sorry you're feeling burnt out. Okay. Let's go 1, 2, 3. There, that's better. It's still a little bit crooked, but I'm just going to go with it. Okay. Okay, and that's all we need for this card. All right, so now we'll put our card together. This one just has a ton of layering, but it's really simple. So our base here is Pool Party, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So go ahead and fold that over. And I'm just going to use my bone folder to give it a nice crisp. Okay, so it's going to open this way. Okay, so then we have this big piece of Tranquil Tide cardstock, and we're going to mount that first. Right on top. I love Pool Party and Tranquil Tide together. I think it looks really good. Okay. Next, we're going to take this piece of Designer Series paper. And this one here is from the Whole Lot of Lovely suite. Let's see, this side's got these cute flowers, but I wanted to use the black and white. I like that. I like this too. If you like this side, of course, you could use that, but I just like the black and white dots. That's going to go right here in the middle. Okay. All right, next we're going to take this rectangle piece of the Tranquil Tide, and this piece, this is also from the Whole Lot of Lovely suite. See, the other side's got more of those flowers, but I'm using the stripes because these are the colors we're going with. And we're going to mount this right onto here. And then we're going to mount that right here, kind of over, like in the center, but over to the left. Leave a little bit of a border. Okay, looks good. Okay. Now we'll grab this Tranquil Tide square and this little sad face light bulb that we stamped, and we're going to put him right in the middle there. I already know exactly who I'm going to give this card to because I have a friend who I think is feeling a little bit burnt out. Anyway, okay, so this is going to go right there, kind of off center. And now with this one, we're going to mount our sentiment right in the, uh-oh, I did the wrong side. Oh well, we're still going to just go with it. You guys, seriously, your crafting doesn't have to be perfect. And I kind of think when it's not perfect, it shows it's homemade, and I like that. Okay. We are our own worst critics, I think. And this one's going to go right here. I like this one to be centered exactly to this, but down. Okay. Like so. Okay. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take our enamel shapes, and I think I'm going to go with the bigger dots here. Like I said, you could have stars, hearts, or dots. We're going to go 1, 2. You can just peel these off with your fingers. I just have trouble with that sometimes, so I use my paper piercing tool. You could use your scissors or your bone folder too. 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. And that is our first card. Isn't that so cute? And here's one I did earlier. Exact same card. Sorry you're feeling burnt out. So anyway, that's card number 1. All right, let's get started with card number 2. So that would be this pile here with the basic black. And go ahead and separate these out. You should have a really long piece of the black ribbon. Just go ahead and fold that exactly in half. And then use your scissors to cut it in half, because you'll use half on one card and half on the other. Okay, so we should have, let me pull all this stuff out. Oh, all right, so 2 of these. You should have 4 of the gold faceted gems. You'll use 2 on each. Lots of pieces here. All right, and I'm just going to set this one aside. Okay, now for this card, we're going to be using the Thanks a Lot. So let me grab that out. And I I'm going to actually put these two back in while I've got it open. Okay. And my block. For this one, I'm using a little bit bigger block. I'm using my D block. Okay. And let's do our stamping first. So we're going to use this little tiny rectangle. You should just have one little very vanilla rectangle. And we're going to stamp in the basic black right onto that piece. Okay guys, sorry about that. I had to deal with my kids real quick. Okay, so we're going to start here with this little very vanilla piece of cardstock here. And we're going to be stamping the "Thanks a Watt." I've got that here loaded up on my D block. And let's ink that up. And that's going right here in the center of this. 1, 2, 3, press, lift, perfect. Clean that off. And that's all the stamping we're doing for this one. Okay, so with this card, let's start by, I'm going to just go ahead and stick some adhesive on the back of this. And we're going to stick this right onto the gold foil piece, just so we have that done and out of the way. Thanks a Watt. Okay, there we go. All right, so here's our basic black base. Fold that in half. Give it a nice crisp fold with our bone folder, and the card's going to open this way. Then we have this piece right here, and this is meant to go on the inside. Anytime I use a dark base, I like to put a light colored cardstock inside for my writing, so that I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so we'll set that aside. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece right here and these two pieces. Okay, so we're going to put adhesive on this middle piece right here. I'm just going to do 2 strips, okay? And we're going to, oops, don't want to glue it to my table. We're going to stick this on here. We're going to line this one up. It doesn't really matter how far over you go, but we're just going to line this one up. Okay, and then we're going to put this one right up to the edge. Okay, like so. There we go. There, that's just kind of holding it together. So this piece of cardstock here is from the Bundle of Love Designer Series. I really love this paper. So this paper comes in pink and blue. You get a sheet of pink and blue, and the opposite side is the gold foil emboss. It's really cool paper. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our ribbon here, and we're just going to cut off a little piece, just a little bit longer, like so. Okay. And we are going to wrap it around the front like that. Wrap it around the front and go ahead and either use tape or use your adhesive. I'm just going to put some adhesive here. Let's see. Press that down and press that down. Okay, and let's make sure it's straight. Looks nice and straight. Okay, now I'm going to stick adhesive on this whole thing. 1, 2, I like to go over the ribbon. And this is going to go right on the front. So we want the vanilla side on the left, like so. Just line it up right in the middle. Okay. Now we'll take this right here. And this guy's going right here in the center, but a little bit down a little bit from the top. We want a little more space on the top than the bottom. All right. Now we're going to take our gems. So you could have big gems or little gems. I happen to have little gems. And we are going to stick these right here. 1 and 2. Oops. Come on. There we go. 1 and 2. And then finally we're going to take the rest of our ribbon and we're going to tie just a regular bow. I like to use the bunny ear method. So make 2 bunny ears and then go under. Okay. Now we're going to fuss with our bow a little bit. So I like to pinch it about as long as I want it and then pull. Let's see, pinch and pull, and I can pull it tighter. Okay. Okay, so I want my bow just a little bit smaller than this. Okay, there we go. That's cute. Okay, and I'm going to trim my ends. 1 and 2. Okay, and now I'm going to just grab a glue dot and I'm going to stick one on the back of my bow and it's going to go right here like so. There we go. Thanks a Watt. So there's our card, and here's one I did earlier. that so cute? I think it's cute. As I said, I really like mixing kind of fancy with fun. Puns are fun. I mean, seriously, who doesn't think puns are fun? So anyway, this is card number 2. All right, and now our last card. So let's grab out our materials, separate them out again. So take your ribbon and just cut it in half. So you have one for each. Okay. We've got a lot going on here with this one. So we've got, so should have 2 of these, 2 of these. All right, so just divide everything in 2. Let's see, it looks like I'm missing a scallop. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. There it is. Okay. 2 of these. Lots of paper in this one. All right, and I'm going to set one set aside. Okay. So for this set, we are going to use this stamp right here with the heart. So cute. Okay. And I'm going to just put this on my D block again. And we're going to start with this little scalloped, or sorry, it's not scalloped, this oval in Soft Sky. And we're just going to ink this up and stamp that right there onto the Soft Sky oval. Okay. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Oh, mine's a little bit too high. Look at that, and I even went onto my desk. Okay, so, but remember, they all have 2 sides. So I'm going to flip it over and try that one more time. 1, 2, and 3. There we go, that's better. Okay. And again, it doesn't matter if it's totally perfect. You might have stamped yours perfect. Mine are not often perfect, and I'm okay with that. So we're going to go ahead and do our layering right now. I'm going to grab out these other ovals. And we're going to go this onto the Tranquil Tide oval. And then onto the scallop in Lemon Lime Twist. And while I have this flipped over, I'm going to grab some dimensionals and just stick them on the back of here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm not going to peel them off yet though. Okay. Now, oh, we're going to stamp one more thing. Okay. Looks like, hold on a second here. All right, just 1 second, guys. Hold on real quick. Okay, sorry about that. You know, guys, it's still summer. The kids don't go back to school for 3 more weeks. Okay, we have one more set of stamping we're going to do. And we're going to do the one that says, love you, Watts and Watts. Let's see, which one is that? Right here. Love you, Watts and Watts. And I'm going to put this on my block here. It goes this way, the smaller sections on the top. Okay, and let me ink this up one more time. Love you, Watts and Watts. And that's going to go right here, just in the center. Love you, Watts and Watts. Cute. Okay. And that we're going to mount right onto this other little Tranquil Tide rectangle here. Like so. Okay. And while I have this, I'm going to stick a couple more dimensionals on here. 1, 2, 3. Looks like I'm at the end of my pack. I'm just going to use a little piece right there. 4. Okay, let me set that aside. All right, now we can put our card completely together. Okay, so we have our Tranquil Tide card base here. Go ahead and do that. And our card's going to open this way. Now, I have a big piece of Lemon Lime Twist here. This is for the inside of our card. So let's go ahead and stick that in there. Again, Tranquil Tide is kind of a dark color, so I want it to have a nice bright color for the inside to write on. Aren't these colors so cool? Okay. Next, we have this piece of Soft Sky, and that is going right on our front, right here. Okay. I love Soft Sky with Tranquil Tide. Okay. Next, we have a piece of did I do here? I have a piece of, oops, there we go. This is Designer Series paper from the Naturally Eclectic Designer Series paper. And this is actually where I got the color ideas with the Tranquil Tide, the Soft Sky, and the Lemon Lime Twist. Perfect, right? And we're going to mount that right here on the front. Like so. Okay, and next is just another piece. It's just the other side of this one. And we're going to mount that right here. And we're going to completely cover the bottom. I know it's kind of a waste. If you don't want to waste yours like that, feel free to cut it in half. And then you'll have some extra pieces there. So again, we're just completely covering, oops, come on, the bottom of this. Okay, like so. Now with this piece here, I don't actually have any Lemon Lime Twist ribbon that I liked for this project. So I just took an extra piece of cardstock. That's why I always hold on to your scraps of cardstock. And we're just going to put this straight across, and it's going to go right here, and it goes all the way to the edge of the Soft Sky ribbon, or Soft Sky cardstock. There, like that. All right, now we can take the back off of our dimensionals here. I love dimensionals. If you don't have any and haven't tried them out yet, I really recommend them. Okay. So this is going to go right here in the center, up a little bit. So not quite centered in the middle, but up just a little bit like so. Okay, now we're going to take this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and this is going to go right down here. Love you, Watts and Watts. I love that. So cute. And the thing is, you could give this to anybody. I think it's not super lovey-dovey. Okay, and now with this piece of ribbon, this is our Soft Sky, just our classic weave ribbon, and we're going to just tie another one of those bows, doing the bunny ears. You should have plenty of ribbon to do that with here. So if you have a better way to tie a bow, then by all means do your method. I just like the bunny ear method for freestanding bows. That's what I call these here. Okay, let me just fix this up. You guys hear my kids outside? I won't lie, I can't wait till school starts again. It's been a long summer. Okay. Okay, so I need to pinch and pull. Pinch and pull. There we go. And that looks good to me. And I'm going to trim my edges here. 1, oops, come on, 1 and 2. Now, remember how my stamp here is not perfect? Well, this bow, I'm going to stick a glue dot on here. Stick it wherever you want, but I can kind of cover that up a little bit so it won't matter. And actually, it doesn't look bad when it's on here. So I'm actually going to go kind of off to the side. My bow is going to go right there. There we go. And there's my card. Love you, Watts and Watts. And here's one I did earlier. You guys, seriously, so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me move everything out of the way and let's pull out all of our cards. So we have this one and this one and this one. I want to know which one's your favorite. You guys, seriously, I love these cards. So cute. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this class. Make sure you check out my next class. I post my class every Monday on my Facebook page and on my website. And also, if you subscribe to my newsletter, that comes out every Tuesday, and every class is always listed on there. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this class. Send me an email. Let me know which card you like best. Thanks, guys. Bye.